book can take you anywhere. Turn the pages and you'll be there. Come on, join us, you'll see. We're reading with Carylee.
Hi, friends, and thank you for joining us for another Read with Carylee. I am your host, Carylee, and I am so glad that you are here with us today. Now, you don't want to miss any of the authors that come to us each week. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so that you get the notification for all of our fabulous authors that are coming with each episode. Now, today I have a wonderful guest, Courtney Dunlap, and she is the author of The Rumble Hunters. Yes, Miss Courtney, welcome to Read with Carylee.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. Hi, everybody.
Yes, we are so glad to have you. So, could you tell us where you are reading to us from today?
I am actually in my home office in New Jersey.
Oh, yes, New Jersey. I grew up in New York, so you used to be my neighbor. But we're so glad to have you all the way from New Jersey in your cozy office. I'm here in my cozy book nook, and I am ready to get into the story about the Rumble Hunters. So I'm going to turn it over to you so that we can dive right into this book. Take it away.
All right. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Like you said, I am Courtney B. Dunlap, and I am the author of The Rumble Hunters. It is written by me, illustrated. The pictures are drawn by Nazar Harahivsky. He's amazing. Let's get started. Is that a rumbling in my ear? A midnight grumbling coming near? I hope it's not a scaly beast that wants me for its next great feast. I check my fish, he's had a fright. Don't worry, Blue, we'll be all right. And though he's green around the gills, he seems to like these nighttime thrills. We set off quick to search the place. We'll hunt this sound, we're on the case. The shadows through an ancient arc will lead us to what's in the dark. I slow my step, try not to trip. My heartbeat takes another skip. We creep into the laundry room and then we hear a sudden boom. I peek into my lizard's cage to try to get a better gauge. I thought he might have been what thumped, but no, he's fine. Rex just looks stumped. We probably have to set a snare to lure this dragon from its lair. I hold the cage and fishbowl tight, then journey on through more dim light. Thump, crack, whoa! What was that? I think I squished my doggy's back. He's shaking as he slips away. His fur's a blur, but he's okay. I really hope he comes along, 'cause old Bear's ears just can't go wrong. We give a sigh and loudly grunt. This night looks grim for our big hunt. Wait, over there, the sliding door. Whatever lurks can't beat us for. We listen close for each new howl and stalk our prey just like an owl. It seems this is our biggest foe. I think I'll call him my big bro. We need his help before day breaks. I know Eli's got what it takes. We search the place with great concern, no pillow blanket left unturned. It sounds as if Thor's hammer fell, but where it is, I just can't tell. It might be here or over there. It really could be anywhere. Each clamor is simply not the same. I'm tired of this listening game. We vow to scour and must go on to catch this snarling, spewing spawn. We'll chase it to that tall bookcase or trap it in our small crawl space. Because that rumbling, grumbling sound is somewhere close, it's almost found. And now we hear a tiny It's from our sis who's not asleep. Naomi rubs her aching eyes. We bring her to shush her cries. Now hold on, guys. Wait up one sec. There's one more hall we didn't check. Each rumbling warms our hunting trail because we know our ears can't fail. This nighttime quest with our brave six, a splashing, crawling, walking mix. This last room surely has some clues. We hold our breath and stand in twos. Our parents' door is closed up tight, but that won't stop this thrilling night. We push and push, and then we're through. But what we hear sounds like a zoo. To our surprise, what sounds like roars is actually from our dad who snores. He's shaking ceilings, floors, and walls and resonating down the halls. We found our culprit of the night. What gave us such an awful fright? That so-called monstrous hairy freak with teeth so sharp they make you shriek was no more than our dad's deep doze, and it was underneath our nose. The rise and fall of his broad chest made deafening sounds causing unrest. My parents wake to hear the sound of their whole house all gathered round. We hoot and holler, then we fall into their bed to tell it all. No worries now, we're feeling snug, as if we're bugs all in a rug. Hooray for us, no need for fears. We crack this case with clues and ears.
With Carylee.
I am laughing because you're the only person that I know that can do the snore so perfectly, like every time. I loved it. Oh my gosh, the rhyming and just really getting into everything of this book. So, what was your inspiration for writing The Rumble Hunters?
Thank you, thank you. It was such a fun book to write, I must say. There really literally were times when I was writing and I would just crack up laughing and I was like, "Oh, this is hilarious." I was like, "If nobody likes this, I don't care. This is hilarious." So honestly for me, when I write, I usually it's terrible. Don't be like me, but I usually write really late at night. And so something, just out of the norm, a normal writing night, it was late, and the idea just came to me. And I have to confess that my husband was the inspiration for this story. Because that night that I was writing, I heard him snoring. And the story just came to me. And literally that night, the first setting, I wrote it start to finish. So, yeah, that's what
Wow.
inspired me.
Well, you know what? I think there must be something about writing at night because that is when I get my inspiration the most. And actually, when I wrote my first book, I was woken up at about 2 o'clock in the morning and I could not go back to sleep until I actually wrote the book. So, yeah,
It
you said
happens.
don't be like you, but sometimes that's when the inspiration calls.
Mhm.
So I have actually one question from a fan on Instagram, Mr. John Light Jr., who is a friend to the show.
Yes, I
He
know.
wanted to
Hey,
know, yes, hey John. He wanted to know what was your favorite page of the book.
yes, it's hard to say really because my illustrator Nazar, he was amazing, phenomenal,
Yes,
talented, gifted. I just was so blown away. And there's so many pictures that I really did love, but a picture that was I guess I could say one of my favorites was the picture towards the end. Actually, the last one. I don't know if you guys will show it, but I'll hold it up. The last one with the family
yes.
who was in bed together and at the end of the adventure, and they're laughing. There's so much joy. It's even tears coming out of their eyes if you look closely on the illustration because it was hilarious that whatever this, rumble that James heard and went on the journey for, it's like, oh, it's just the dad sleeping.
It's just
And
dad.
just the funny, just the hilarity of it. So I just love that picture because it just shows the warmth of the family and just their togetherness. And I think that it's really important for me to do my part to help portray a healthy Black family because I know, so unfortunately, many times we don't always get a picture of that. And so
Yes.
that was important to me. So I really love that illustration.
Yes, and I would say that it's one of my favorites as well. But the illustrations throughout this book, as you said, are amazing, and you have a very awesome illustrator. So, yes, that just was your words and the illustrations just came together and made such a great book. So, what would you say um, were some of the authors that inspired you or a book that inspired you when you were growing up?
And I love this question. I was definitely a kid who you would find reading. I loved reading. I loved how I could kind of escape in my imagination and picture whatever I was reading and stuff and paint those word pictures. And I was such a fan of the Berenstain Bears series.
Yes.
That to me, I had a huge collection, so much so to the point where and as a kid, like, who thinks this way? But I was like, I want to save this collection, and when I have kids, I want to give it to them. And so actually, I did save a lot of my. This isn't even. I just pulled a few off the shelves that when I was a child that I had, but. I just love the picture of the family together, and then just like
Yes.
the different trouble they would sometimes get into if they were eating too much junk food or too much
Mhm.
TV. It was just relatable because as a kid, I ate a lot of junk food. I watched too much TV. Even one right here in the in crowd. I don't know if you remember that story, but
Yes, I do.
you know that whole idea of the cool kids and wanting to fit in and find your place with children in your school or your
Mhm.
community, and just that wrestle that the character who's known as Sister Bear goes through trying to
Yes.
be accepted. I just loved how the Berenstain Bears, they were relatable. They were bears, but they were people in my mind. So
Yes.
I just love that series.
Absolutely. And that's one of my favorite series too. And I remember in the in crowd when everybody was, going and dancing. Well, they were going around with the boom box. I
Mhm.
remember that scene.
Yes. Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely. So now you have the Rumble Hunters, and I don't know, have you been having some late nights again writing? Do we have anything else that may be coming in the near future?
Wink, wink. Yes. It took a while. I will be honest. After this book, this was about a 4-year process for me from when I first wrote it to publication.
Okay.
It was a whole journey, really. And after it came out, because it came out early 2020, I think I kind of just went through just like, whew, relief, but also I was almost like drained of creativity and ideas. And so I knew that I wanted to make more books, but nothing was really coming to me. However, I am happy to say that yes, there have been more late nights as of recent, and I am
Yes.
working on the sequel. I hope this will be a series. I want I want to be like the Bernstein Bears, but with people.
Uh-huh.
And I want my characters to be relatable and characters that kids can identify, struggles that they may have and things like that. So yes, I have started writing the sequel, and I also on January 18th, the coloring activity book for the Rumble Hunters is launching and will be available on all major online retailers and platforms. So yes, I'm very excited about
Wonderful.
that. Yes.
Yes, so you can get the Rumble Hunters and the coloring book. Just make sure that you find out the information on the links below. You can subscribe to the Read with Carolee newsletter and be able to find all that information as well. So Thank you so much, Courtney. This book is amazing. I cannot wait to see the rest of the series. And again, it's been such a delight to have you and to see that you have taken Black characters and made just a wonderful book with them. So thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate
Yes.
it. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you all for watching too.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, friends, for joining us for another Read with Carolee. You see that we have so many amazing authors, so make sure you come back next week and check out another author as we travel through and get great books so that you can enjoy and share. So until next time, remember to grab a book, and I'm grabbing the Rumble Hunters, and read. Have a great day.
With Carylee.
Thanks for watching another amazing episode of the Read with Carylee Show. We have amazing authors coming by every week. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. You don't want to miss a thing.